Okay. We have my sound now. I fixed my sound. Yeah, we can't hear you through it. Okay. Okay, let's do this one now. Properties. Yes, save.
Things.
What about this
one?
Yeah, we have. Now we have noise. Now we have noise. That's the noise we come back to. Great. Fucking idiot.
Zoidberg.
Okay, let's mute that because that's
So
not fun.
that one doesn't work.
Yeah,
But
we're
that
good.
one worked and that one worked. So hi everybody, we're back with sound.
Yeah.
And the usual
Yeah.
fanatics.
So the issue this time was that I've been playing Monster Hunter World a lot, and I've been playing it through a controller, and the controller is still plugged in, and it has a headset outlet on the controller, which makes my computer go, oh, new audio source. You connected a new audio source. Let's switch over to the new audio source.
Yep.
No thanks. I don't want to do that. That's not really what's going on. So, thank you, controller, for fucking up everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he's just doing his job.
Yeah, I know, but this is not like a console. This is a PC. I have my audio source through my PC. I don't want to go through the controller as well.
Gotcha.
Yes, very rude. So anyway, we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good thing. The only thing you really missed with no audio was that we were trying to say hi and people didn't want to say hi in a proper fashion, so we complained about that, and that's about what you missed.
No, and the oh no, you got the Zoidberg stuff, so that's cool. That was the important part of all of that, I feel.
Oh yeah, and we talked about why we haven't been streaming. Basically, people been ill, people been away, people been war away.
Oh yeah, and that long recap we did as well of the episode.
Oh yeah, the long recap. Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much you guys remembered.
Yeah. So Vince, what happened?
Yeah, everything. It was really good. But you know what? I think Optic, or Cal summed it up just perfectly. I think. So we'll pass it over to him. Yeah. I said you summed it up perfectly.
I'm watching the stream here, just making sure everyone's right.
Yeah.
All right, so. But let's recap. What happened? Turns out I'm the only one that actually rewatched the video. Maybe Roger did. Okay, me and the DM.
Thank you. I didn't watch the entire episode. I watched the last 10 minutes or so.
See, I rewatched the whole episode.
There you go.
I expected nothing, and I'm still disappointed.
Yay! I'm the favorite player. Did you hear that, guys? Booyah.
There you go.
Okay. Anyway, so what happened? There was a lot of stalking about. Cal and Ellie stalked about trying to find Gretchen.
Yep.
Gretchen stalked about trying to find Vince. Vince didn't stalk about, but he created a magical sphere where he could talk to Claudia without Gretchen listening in.
Mm-hmm.
There was deception going on, and Ellie shape-changed into a halfling to hide herself, and got really confused about what they were doing, couldn't act for shit, and kinda probably confused Navini more than anything, and got asked out for dinner.
Then Cal left you in the tent with the other nice gnome.
Yeah. Gemini showed up after having talked to Rose and hiding from everybody because he didn't want to talk to them yet. He showed up and was confused about what's going on. Got his magic cards. There's actually no magic. And he's been trying to attune to them, but he got interrupted by tackling Gretchen.
I thought the cards were magic.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Were they magic? Didn't you get them? You got them enchanted last episode.
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
So
you got them made. They were magic, but you got them enchanted last episode. So now they are magic.
Yep.
See, I watched. I know shit.
I think there was a wee bit before that with Vince and Miss Rose, wasn't there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Vince got set by lightning.
Yeah. He triggered a trap.
Yeah. When at the start of the episode we were looking for Gemini, And Vince believed Gretchen when Gretchen said that Rose was lying. So Vince tried to sneak into the wagon and got zapped by lightning, which made Rose very unhappy.
Yeah.
That was fun.
And Gemini was not surprised. Let's see what else happened. There was some mind reading going on at the end, trying to figure out if Gretchen was around or not. And we're not entirely clear about that. Anyone want to know what the last thoughts of people were?
Oh yeah, there was that thing about the fucking eating someone or something like that.
I got it written down.
Yeah.
That could be anything, really.
Okay, so the last thing Gemini thought in the episode was, I can't stay with these people.
Yep.
Vince was thinking that his robes looks alright.
I do look nice in these robes.
Cal was thinking that he couldn't find her. Probably Gretchen, but based on context, but we're not entirely sure. Could be Rose.
True.
Fluffles were thinking purr. The rat was wondering who would have the best treat. Now Winnie was thinking, I can't let anything happen to her. Again. Not unsure if it was happening to some person again, or just in general a person happening. Something happening to a person in general again. Claudia was scared, but also saw that the robes was really good on Vince. And being quite starstruck. And then there was this unknown creature that maybe the thought that maybe I should have eaten her. Should I? Shouldn't I? I don't know. So something somewhere wants to eat someone.
Ain't that the way?
Yeah.
You sure that wasn't Claudia thinking about Vince still?
No, it was Ace.
You're breaking up. Yeah.
Yeah. I still think the rat should have had like the voice of like Patrick Stewart and been really, really like eloquent.
But yeah, so that's what happened last week, more or less.
Last time.
Last time.
Week.
Last week we streamed. Not actually last week in real life.
Like more like 4 weeks.
6.
Jeez. How time flies when you're having fun. Wait.
Yeah. So
are we not having fun?
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
So the party is in Claudia's tent. There is inside the tent with you. There's also Claudia, and outside of the tent there's Nawini. And that's pretty much the thing. Did we actually roll to see who noticed Ellie's?
No, but unless she was probing, they wouldn't have noticed anyway.
No, exactly. But you're in quite a small space, and I felt like Ellie is kind of usually quite expressive.
Well, yeah, she did express she did have a rapid change of expressions on her face when it happened, and they know she did some magic. So yeah, but the spell itself shouldn't trigger something.
No, exactly. Only if you probe deeply into the brain, then people will notice. Yeah. So that's where you guys are. No sign of Gretchen yet. She has gone somewhere. You don't know where. And you're all together. What do you do?
I finishes attuning to his cards.
in the 6 weeks, has he managed it?
Yeah, all right. He's just been sitting there looking at him. 6 weeks. No sleep, no food.
Yeah. There's a foul odor, meanwhile, hanging in the tent. Nobody has left the tent in these 6 weeks. Yeah. No, it all kind of depends if you guys, how long you stay in the tent. I'm assuming Gemini would be pro staying in the tent until he's attuned to the cards.
Yeah.
So if anybody has if nobody has an objection to that, then I would say Gemini has been attuned to these cards.
Just before he finishes, like Vince will shake him.
It's like pluck the card out. Hey, what's
yeah.
this?
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
You are attuned to the cards, and you can now throw them, and they will return to your hand.
I throw one at a wall.
You throw one at the wall, and it cuts through the cloth.
Okay.
That's the last time you ever see
Then hold up my hand and try to make a return.
It returns into your hand.
Cool.
So enthusiastic.
Huh? Ellie is basically staring at Gemini breaking the cloth.
Yeah, Claudia kind of looks like, excuse me.
She's gonna walk up and cast mending.
Okay. I just look at Claudia and I say, I just saved your life.
What? There was someone outside?
Vince is going to get changed into the robes. It's just
you were already wearing them.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
because you looked at them and said, like, man, they're kind of nice.
Oh, yeah, but I assumed that he just, like, had them in his hand and was just, like, holding them out, like, oh, yeah, cool.
No, I assumed you were wearing them, because else Claudia wouldn't remark, like, oh, yeah, they do look good on him.
Okay, fair enough.
So, you're all there, gathered. What do you do?
Right, well, what are we doing? Everything that she wants is in this tent right now, so I don't see any point in leaving unless we need to go somewhere.
Are we still in your magical bubble of solitude?
I had... No, because I left it.
Yes, he left it to go get the ropes.
I could make another one.
It depends. I mean, I don't know what their plan is. I didn't know this was their plan either. Yeah. I mean, you wanted Claudia to research succubus, which I guess we need to give her time to do, but does that mean we're staying around the caravan? Or are we leaving after Varin, as our original plan was, to lure her away? I'm really confused.
Vince sort of shrugs and goes, well, I hadn't thought that far ahead. My main aim was to get yous all to know what the fuck's going on. I would say probably try and lure her away, but it means we may have to deal with her ourselves.
Well, I have a sort of small idea that might get us our bearings. If we go and coordinate with Miss Rose and see if she's caught up with this succubus woman, we can find out what's going on. The guards and stuff will obviously try and keep Claudia safe. So we could go and meet with her and see what's happening before we do that.
Yeah, I have no objections.
No.
Right, well, everybody following me?
Sure the guards are ample?
I'll go and check. Yeah, that's Cal. I'll take a step outside the tent and check and see who's actually outside.
It's no weenie.
You two all right to guard Claudia? Of
course I am.
That'll do. Make sure the invisible is seen. I'm sure you're pretty up for that.
Yeah, there's no illusion I can't see through.
Good man. I'm putting trust in you now. I'm going to talk to Miss Rose with the rest of them here, see if we can get an update on what's going on.
All right, be careful.
You too. He'll duck back in and go, yeah, he's pretty adept at spotting things that are invisible.
That's only one part of the equation.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, that's only one part of the equation. The other thing is that he apparently, or it can control minds, I suppose. She tried to do something to me, and it didn't it didn't work because I'm better than her, but it
Why?
I don't quite know what it was. It seems as though she can control actions, charm a person, and I don't know how he would be able to defend himself against that, especially if it were only him. If she were to be able to charm him, it doesn't matter if he can see through her illusions because then he's doing her bidding.
Was anyone else here to see that go on?
To see it go on.
Yeah, when she was charming you.
I don't know. I tackled her. She tried to do it, and then it didn't work. So I slapped her a while, and then
Claudia, you were still here. You were guarding Claudia, weren't you?
Yes, I don't know if she saw it though.
Well, not really. He pushed her out of the tent.
Right.
She tried to charm you too.
Did she?
Yes.
Okay.
Then it's I believe it's quite subtle.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll hang back here. You just go and talk to Miss Rose. I don't think she's too thrilled with me after I tripped and activated that trap by accident.
Yeah. Trip.
Accident.
Yeah.
then.
So I can stay here and keep an eye. I think it's unlikely that she'll be able to charm two of us.
All right, that's fine. That's a good idea.
Oh, I think that should do anyway. Hopefully, if she comes back, will be plenty of people around to spot her anyway. Anyway, shall we?
Yeah. I suppose.
Have fun. Vince will take his pipe out and just...
All right. Cal will head out the tent and then tap. Is it the Winnie that's out front? Is it?
Yeah.
Tap the Winnie in the shoulder and go. She also has charm tricks up her sleeve. Apparently, they can't be noticed.
Gotcha. He grabs something out of his pouch and puts on some goggles.
Good man. I'm
now
sure that
I'll,
helps.
now I'll look cool when she takes control.
What is it? Are they like steampunk goggles? Or
Yeah.
Ellie is like looking at the goggles and nodding approvingly.
Yeah, I approve. That's a good look for you.
I know.
Anyway, we'll see you in a bit here.
All right, be careful.
And he'll take off towards where he thinks Miss Rose is.
All right, the three of you head off, or is
Yeah.
anybody else staying behind? Ellie, Gemini, you're coming with me?
I'm with Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ellie as well.
So the three of you head off, and you walk outside out of Claudia's tent, and head towards the exit of the main tent to go and find Lady Rose. As Vince and Claudia stay in the tent, as Claudia kind of looks at you and pretends to be busy.
How you doing?
Do you do or say anything?
Yeah, Claudia. Said did do anything. Anyway.
Awkward.
It's a family show, and
Vince. Brains.
actually, yeah, he'll go out and
Out of the tent?
yep, and he'll just do how large is the tent? Sorry,
Claudia's tent or the main tent?
Claudia's.
Claudia's tent is pretty small. When you guys were all in it, there was very little space to move about.
Okay. Well, he'll just walk around the circumference of it, and he'll cast alarm in a thing around it. Obviously, just warning in case. It says against unwanted intrusion. Does that mean I can specify what triggers it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if she comes in, it'll. I don't want it to be a mental alarm. I want it to be audible, like
Okay.
fucking Fuck!
She's here! She's here!
Get down!
And also, as I go out, I'll say to you, get
Now, Winnie?
him.
Fuck.
Yeah,
He's kind of looking at you with his goggles on.
yeah. But as I'm going out, I tell him, I'll be like, I'm going to put a trigger around the area just in case if she somehow manages to slip past you, it'll make quite a noise. Not that I'm doubting your skills, but
He looks at you
better
and
safe
raises
than
one
sorry.
eyebrow and says, "Thanks for the confidence."
If it makes you feel any better, I would do the same regardless if he was out here.
Sure.
And I go and start my spell.
Mm-hmm. All right. You work on preparing the spell. The three of you have meanwhile left the main tent, and it's quiet in the purple caravan. You see very few people out and about, and as you continue to cover ground to look for Lady Rose, you clearly find her, and you see her standing there together with her husband on like some crates. And Cal, you would look around and say, almost anybody, especially anybody of notice in the purple caravan, is present, and they're giving a speech.
Right. He'll walk up into the crowd and sort of either stand in the crowd or the back of the crowd to see what's going on.
Uh-huh. They're talking and using a lot of flamboyant words and things to express themselves, but what it comes down to is pretty much that the purple caravan has been successful and safe because they kept out of other people's business and looked out for themselves. And apparently trouble has come a knocking here, and they're planning on packing it all up and moving away.
Right, well, I kind of suspected that.
And as the speech kind of comes to an end, where people cheer and they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," and then people start to break up and start to kind of break down the camp. It's not like immediately everything's packed in, but they definitely start to move stuff around.
Walk up to Miss Rose, so he will.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're not the only one. There's a couple of people moving up to her and talking to her and stuff. But as she sees you, she kind of nods and at you and at Gemini, and says to the person who she's talking to, says, "Excuse me." She kind of walks towards you.
You want to take this, or
Gemini, Ellie?
Miss Rose?
Miss Rose, are we leaving then?
Yes.
Right, how can I help?
Are you going?
As much as we like your friend, we do not want to get involved with demons.
Yes.
Ellie looked at Gemini when she asked, "Are you going?" Not Miss Rose.
Oh, okay.
which she might miss, but that's
Yeah, she still answers it.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that part. Gemini?
Yes.
Are you going?
Yes.
Why?
I was hoping to sit down with you and Vince and explain that, but I don't feel safe here or needed here.
But you are.
But I'm not. We'll discuss it more later. Before this all happens, we'll have a conversation. But now, I'm Miss Rose. Is there anything I can do to help?
make sure you have your belongings and you're ready to travel.
Always.
Good.
Understandable. I'm not one to stick around a lot of the time either, but we'll see what happens. I don't know what you mean by here, but is that a place or a people?
Who are you talking to?
Talking to Gemini.
Okay.
Oh, it's Isn't that interesting? It's a bit of both, mostly the latter.
Right.
Yes.
Well, make sure you give them a good farewell, like I did. Suppose that's the
Yes.
best you can do.
Yes. I am going to go say goodbye to Lady Chan. Pardon me.
Okay.
Go see Lady Chan.
All right. You head off towards the church. What does Cal and Ellie do?
Ellie, it's up to you what you want to do. I've got things to resolve with Miss Rose here.
You should probably do that.
Sure. Miss Rose, so how many days are we packing up early then?
Well, you know, we don't really have fixed times of staying anywhere, but I'd say we would have stayed at least 3 to 4 days more.
Right.
But she looks at you and says, between you and me, I have reason to believe there's something coming.
Something coming.
Convincing Claudia.
More than a succubus.
I just got that.
Yes. Some of the men were hunting in the forest, and they heard sounds.
What kind of sounds?
Sounds that big things make.
Big things. How big are we talking here? Did we get tracks or?
No, they immediately came here.
Right. It's big enough to scare them then.
Yes.
Well, that's not good. Especially for this small village too. I know we don't get involved in stuff, but I don't know if I could leave them to their own devices.
You are free to come and to go as you want.
That's appreciated, Miss Rose. I did sort of say my goodbyes. I'll probably stick with the group I'm with. But we'll see, I suppose. Is there anything else that I need to know about what was going on, or did you find the succubus or anything, or did you notice anything?
No, but we haven't been actively looking. We're concerned with our safety. I have put in, how do you call it? She kind of looks and thinks for a moment. I paired people up and to make sure nobody is alone, to make easy prey.
Right. Well, that's a good thing. Did you figure out if the two things were tied, or is it tied to anything else?
From what I know of devils and demons, I wouldn't be surprised if they're connected.
It could be. I don't know much about them. I'm more of a hunter, not a demon slayer.
Well, maybe you, if you stay, you might add that to your repertoire.
I don't know. They keep talking about this Varen guy. He seems to be quite the demon slayer, from what I'm getting, anyway.
He was a bit shit.
Well, that's what he specializes in, anyway.
I mean, when he could hit things.
He hit like a train, just not often.
No.
Anything particular you wanted to talk about, Cal? Because I have things to attend to.
Oh, yes. We went to the tent, made sure everything was all right. Now, when he's there, we give him information on how Succubus kind of works. She can go invisible and she can charm people. I'm sure you know most of that anyway.
Yes.
But apparently the charm is unnoticeable. So you don't know if you've been charmed.
We have to be careful.
Very, very careful.
She kind of looks at Ellie and says, you two should stick together. Make sure nobody is alone. She kind of looks and kind of says like, wait, did nobody go with Gemini?
Yeah, I'm just realizing that now.
Yeah. No, he kind of just left.
This could be a problem. Will we go look for Gemini? Make sure he's all right.
Very well.
I mean, you can go by yourself. I'm confident in my own abilities, but I'll be around someone at least.
Rose kind of shakes her head and turns around and walks away.
See you later, Miss Rose. Well, Ellie, what do you want to do?
I guess we should check out Gemini and make sure he's safe as well.
Right. I think it's best if I actually come along, just in case.
Yeah.
So where's this church or
This way.
Yeah.
Ellie will take the lead. She's holding
Alright.
Fluffles kind of tightly.
How fast are you moving?
Who?
Both of you, both parties, like
Oh,
you
I'm
and
like skipping down the street dancing.
Okay, so you move relatively casually, and
Ellie is moving kinda with purpose.
okay, because you know that even though you don't like to talk about it, your legs are a lot shorter than Gemini's.
She
if
does
you don't
walk
book
with.
it, you'll never catch up with it.
She's not sure she wants to catch up with him.
Okay.
So she's not booking it, but she's walking with purpose.
All right, there you go. All right, Vince, you have finished your spell at around the tent. As what do you do once you're done?
You'll go over to your guy.
Now, Weenie?
That's the one. I keep going Nagini. I keep going to Nagini, like the snake from Harry Potter. Yeah. I know it's wrong, but yeah. Yeah, go over to him and he'd be like, I'm going to go in and keep an eye on Claudia. If you need anything, give me a shout.
Will do.
Right. Head into the tent.
All right. You head in and you see Claudia sitting on a chair. And her head is tilted down. It's kind of like she's sleeping.
Some Blair Witch shit. Yeah.
She's been killed. Just places will burn. I'll sort of go, Claudia, you okay?
No.
What's up?
She looks up and opens her eyes. They're red.
Cool.
Neat.
Can I make an educated guess as to what's going on?
You can guess as much as you want.
No, I meant as in like a roll. So sure.
What do you want to roll? What do you want to find out? What do you want to guess about?
Arcana, is this her? Is this Greta? Is this
Greta?
Or,
Gretchen.
Gretchen.
Horrible with
I
names.
am ill and on a lot of drugs right now.
We're not giving
No
you slack.
excuse.
It's fine.
You had 6 weeks to get over it.
It's and apparently that wasn't. I need more drugs. Just I think. No, it's not time for more drugs yet. But anyway, yes. So, like I would say, is it
Roll your Arcana.
Arcana?
Or medicine could also be something. Or
My
insight, maybe.
Jeez, my medicine is actually better than my arcana. What the shit?
Seriously? What?
Yeah. My medicine is +7. My arcana is +6.
Okay.
Oh, it's because
Why haven't you-
it's because wisdom's my highest score. That's
Ah.
Or
That's
it makes
right.
total sense as a wizard. Yeah.
And
I,
we
I
haven't
did
been
not
given
roll
him-
this guy to make him sad. I rolled him to make him an interesting character.
There you go.
He is definitely not optimized. He's far fucking from it. What's that? 15.
15. You look. It moves like Claudia, and it looks like Claudia besides the eyes, but it doesn't sound like Claudia. So you're pretty sure that the thing you see in front of you is Claudia, but you have the idea that something else is behind the steering wheel.
Okay. That's going to take too long. Too long. Okay, yeah, it's just talking it out. That's always good. Vince is good at talking, isn't he? Yeah, sure. What's going on there, Claudia?
Claudia's not home right now.
Who's home?
Really? You hurt me, Vince.
Not yet.
Not you yet.
Yes. Are you here or are you somewhere else?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, that's
Hence the asking.
yeah. In fact, I'm going to take that so far and cast suggestion and say, yes. Could you please tell me where you are?
How's that work?
Wisdom 14 saving throw.
Let me see. Wisdom 14 saving throw.
Probably going to get a natural 1 and still fucking save. I don't know whether they're very wisdomous or not.
She makes the
Most
saving
impressive.
throw.
Boo. So she is aware of what happened, but doesn't have to.
Using the powers we gave you against me. That's not very nice.
Yeah, we're crossing that point.
Mm-hmm. You clearly chose your path, Vince.
In fairness, you didn't give me many options. I mean, for someone who's meant to blend it, you suck at
Do I?
it. Yeah, I'm not that good in bed.
Her eyes widen. Ooh. You had to make it personal. She stands up. She extends her hand and plucks something out of the air.
You ought not having the shit, tackle her.
All right. You tackle her.
Yep.
Go ahead. Make an unarmed attack.
Okay, where am I? Unarmed strike. Oh, yeah, that's an R15.
You rush towards her, and you tackle her. Throw your athletics.
Athletics is 17 plus 3, that's 20. Dirty 20.
You slam her to the ground.
Gently. Still Claudia.
Gently.
Ah!
No, you can't tackle her gently.
Well, you know, I'm meaning to restrain, not hurt.
Okay, you're not gonna go full force,
Yeah.
but you definitely gonna.
Yeah, I mean, if she gets
I
a
got you
bruise,
now you have
but-
to lie down. That's the
Yeah.
rule. Yeah.
yes,
Mm.
yeah, I win. I got you.
You
Yeah.
force her to the ground. As you do, she laughs and says, well, Vince, if you were this enthusiastic in bed, I might have been a bit better as well.
Well, I might have been a bit more enthusiastic if you actually looked at it more like Claudia here.
What? You like the way she looks?
I'm not getting into this.
That's good to know. As you see, her face starts to burn. And you see the face kind of like it's kind of there's two layers covering over it. One of the layers is it's clearly showing signs of pain. The other one is laughing.
He shouts on Nagini. I need to write this shit down. Sorry.
You mean now Winnie?
No, Winnie.
There we go. You call out?
Yep. It's like, no, Winnie, get your ass in here.
As now Winnie rushes in. What the hell's going on? Hey! He rushes towards you.
Wait, demon bitch has possessed her.
As he rushes towards you and then sees Claudia lying there on the ground. Holy shit! He turns his kind of halberd towards her. What's happening to her?
Not a clue. I don't know whether demon bitch is about or whether she's in her. I don't know. Got anyone who might be able to work this shit out?
You're the wizard.
Fucking bad one from it looks.
Get her out.
Any suggestions?
He looks around and grabs a vial. Here, holy water. He throws it towards you.
Fuck it, good as any. Yeah, I'll pop it and start.
You splash it over her and you see her face starting to burn more and more.
No, maybe wrong thing. That might hurt her.
She laughs as you see tears start to run down her face.
Okay, fuck this. Suggestion again. Get the fuck out and fight me, bitch.
Fuck you, fight me.
What's the
Outside.
difficulty?
14, sorry, 14.
No, she makes it.
Bitch. Can I cast that a higher level? I can't even cast a higher level. Bastard. Shit. If only we had a paladin. Quick, go find out.
You see Nawini pull out a cluster of thin wires, and you see on them they're like a ragtag of necklaces, and apparently each of them has like a holy symbol on it, and he just starts waving it at Claudia and more or less Gretchen.
Yeah, Vince Bruce.
So like, get out! Get out!
One of these gods must piss you off. Yeah. Yeah, Vince is, while still pinning her, he's going to talk to Gretchen and just be like, right, fucking enough of this, come on out.
No. You heard me. I heard you.
Come
Her
out and try
eyes
it.
all of a sudden become those of Claudia again. You have her arms kind of pinned, but she tries to touch her face.
It'll just sort of hold her back. No, it's okay. It's okay. It was the demon bitch. I think she's gone now. And he'll stop sort of restraining her and more just sort of like cradle her type thing.
She touches her face, and now you see you were kind of focused on her face. Her entire body is covered in burn marks.
He'll do what he can for the burns if he can find anything to like.
And as she gets up, you see that about 80 to 85% of her hair remains lying on the ground. As you have apparently a relatively high medicine, roll it.
Okay. Yeah, nice. That is a 26.
All right. She's going into shock.
Okay. He will get some dressing, start trying to patch her up, and he'll sit her down on the floor.
Well, she's already on the floor.
Oh, sorry, I thought she got
She
up.
just sat up, kind of.
Okay. So he'll grab any clothes as well, wrap them around her, keep her warm, and also, real life trick here, he'll elevate her legs. Anyone going into the shock, elevate their legs, get more fluid to them. First aid tips on stream.
Is she okay?
She'll be okay, but send someone to find the others, get them here. Demon bitch is gonna die.
He runs out. Leaving
So
you
he'll
alone
just,
with her.
Carry on tending and sort of trying to calm her down as much as possible.
As you're kind of looking over, you hear movement in the tent.
Okay. Where from?
From behind you.
Glance over.
You glance over, and you see a trunk moving. Coming in your direction.
Can I know what this trunk is? I know I looked at it before and couldn't work it out.
It's clearly something magical.
Who's a good luggage? No, he doesn't know what that is. Would he know that it's not, or would he know whether this is potentially dangerous or demon-y or?
It looks unnatural, and it looks strangely menacing, really. It's just so you have the proper mental pictures. They're not like cute little feet sticking out from under it, and it's not like dribbling around. It's, even though it's the same size, it looks bigger now that you're kind of on the ground with Claudia, and it's apparently is moving towards you, kind of menacingly, and you see these black eyes looking at you.
While he's there, he'll sort of keep an eye on it, but he'll turn to Claudia and be like, "Hey, what can you tell me about your chest there? Look, focus on that. Focus on the chest. Tell me about it."
As the lid kind of goes open, and you hear a voice. You need to go.
That's fair. But I need to stay here to protect her from the demon.
You bring the demon.
Yes, and that's fair, but I am worried that if I leave, the demon will.
You see this massive, pinkish-looking tongue coming out. No.
He'll shout on the weenie again.
Nothing. As the tongue touches your foot, and you feel, now that the tongue is moving, your foot's moving with it.
What?
It touched your foot.
Yeah.
And your foot is now attached to the
Oh,
tongue.
okay. So it's like stuck to it. Okay. How do I know that you can protect her from the demon if I leave and it comes back?
Not your concern. As
I feel like it is.
it starts to pull you away. Are you holding on to Claudia?
No, if he's getting pulled away, he won't like. She's injured enough rather than being dragged across the floor.
All right.
So yeah, no, he'll.
As you feel the tongue kind of flick, and it throws you partially through the tent, and you land close to the exit.
Oh, the alarm's still up, isn't
Yep.
it? Yeah, okay. He'll get up and walk out the door, but he won't go too far.
Very well.
God, I want that suitcase.
Gemini, you have walked into the village, and there is a clear energy of nervousness in the town. People are hesitant and are looking around, and you see a larger amount than usual of guards in the town.
I'm just gonna keep dancing my way to Lady's Chance.
All right. You
actually, do I recognize any of the guards?
Well, yeah, you probably seen a couple of their faces, but there's no one that you have like had real personal talks with or anything.
So no Mighty Orc Slayer?
Nope, you don't see him.
Okay. Just dance my way to Lady's Chance unless I see somebody I recognize.
As you're kind of dancing, you move around a lot, and after a while, you do seeing as you're kind of walking about down the main street. You do see in the back of you, you see Ellie and Cal following you.
Hello.
Hi.
All
Right
right. We thought it would be best to accompany you, at least to wherever you're going, just in case anything catches you on your own.
Oh, I wouldn't be concerned about that, but it does seem as though everybody here is concerned about something. Isn't that odd? No, I'm just off to say goodbye to a few people. It shouldn't be too dangerous.
You don't mind if I accompany, at least
No.
to the place? You
Of
can have a
course,
private conversation if you want.
Sure. No, yes. How are you doing, Ellie?
She just glares at Gemini.
That good, huh? Well, off we are. Head towards Late's Jones.
All right. You head towards Lady Tachance, and you see her there, and she's talking to somebody, and they're clearly in the end of their conversation as he stands up and says, Thank you, lady. You are a blessing on this village. She says, any blessing granted on this village is given by Helm. As he nods, yes, of course, and he walks off. As she sees you, Gemini.
Yes. Hello, Late Chan. I just wanted to say goodbye and thank you for everything. You see, the caravan is to be leaving soon, and I am to go with them. So thank you for everything that you have done, and I apologize for my misdeeds, but I think you've helped me quite a bit, and I shan't be making the same mistakes again.
I'm glad to hear it. And I have to say that I'm not surprised you're going with them. They seem like people you could get along with.
Yes, and so few are. So yes, I I've decided that that would be the best course.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Of course.
May I embrace you?
Absolutely.
Well, hey.
She walks towards you and puts her arms around you. I am a better person for knowing you.
Oh, I greatly doubt that, but I know the reverse is absolutely true. I am much better for having known you.
Thank you. You're too kind.
May I ask what's going on in this town? Everybody seems on edge.
Some of the men in the forest have been hearing disconcerting sounds.
Like a slime ball with eyes? Or like a brain with paws? There are many things in the forest.
Yes, apparently, but no, they think it sounds big, giant big.
Oh. Well.
So everybody's worried. Do you think the Purple Caravan might help defend us?
Oh, no. No. Lady Rose was very specific in her not wanting to get involved in other people's problems. Very specific. But, I mean, you have Vince and Allie and McGrunden and the what were they? The Halfling twins, Cade and Ilk. I mean, and you are quite powerful. I remember during the raid from the orcs, you were quite powerful. So I think everybody will be fine. Everything will be fine.
Thank you. I hope so.
Oh, and also, I don't know if anybody's mentioned this yet, but the woman that was with us earlier, you may have seen her, the one that's clinging on to Vince as though she's diabetic and he has insulin. That woman.
What's insulin?
Oh, well, see, yes. Well, she's a succubus. She's been trying to kill people, so watch out for that. And
What?
Yes, that's a thing.
A devil.
Yes, a devil woman. Yes, just what I called her before I knew she was a devil woman. And yes, she can control minds. Don't let her do that. She can go invisible, change her shape. Everything will be fine, I'm sure. Okay, that's about all the updates I have. Oh, and one last thing. Do you remember that thing that I asked you to do? The Circle of Truth thing. We may not need that anymore if the giant is, in fact, still out there and we did not kill him. But, yes, just in case, you might want to still do that for Ellie and Vince. I believe they'll need some currency. So if you can help them with that by the Circle of Truth thing, that would be great. Yes.
She grabs your hands. Be safe, Gemini.
You too. And I absolutely will. I always am.
Good.
All right.
You leave?
Yes, I'll give a bow and leave. Kind of take a look at the church one last time and try to commit it all to memory.
You look at the church, and Kel and Ellie, I would assume, are kind of waiting outside. And as you walk out of the church, you hear and you hear people scream.
Well, to the Big Toe Tavern. Start walking towards the Big Toe Tavern.
Ellie's gonna rush the other way towards the sound to like find out what the fuck is going on.
All right. What do you do, Cal?
He's gonna go early.
All right. Well, Gemini's heading towards the Big Toe Tavern, and it's kind of in the direction of where the sound is coming from. So you still go there, Gemini, or you decide differently?
No, I go to the tavern. I gotta say goodbye to people.
Okay. You see, as you kind of move more into the city itself or the village itself, you hear people scream and run. And you see guards running in the opposite direction of where the people are running from, namely the west side of the gate. And as the three of you kind of look in that direction, you see a giant approach. And it has like a massive club on its shoulder, but there's something strange about it. I don't know if any of you ever seen a giant, but you most likely heard stories
all the time in real life.
Yeah, there is. So, but you see that this one has strange veins running through its face and its arms and its chest. And there's one eye that looks very different from what the other eye looks like. The other eye looks somewhat human-like. This one, has any of you looked into the pot and seen the eye that was floating there?
Farron and someone else.
I thought it was Grimhook.
Grimhook did.
Or Ellie.
Didn't Ellie kind of say something?
Ellie did as well, yeah.
Then you recognize that eye, Ellie.
Oh, shit.
Shit's on.
As you see the club move and the western gate falls to timber.
Ellie is gonna put down Fluffles.
As Fluffles just hangs on to you like...
Or put it up on her shoulder or something, you know.
I can take him if you want.
You're leaving, fuck off.
Okay.
Damn.
I'll just keep walking towards the Big Toe Tavern then.
And she's gonna move up all she can, and I guess she will still be in the village. But she is gonna cast a 3rd level magic missile on the monster.
All right, what's the range of it?
120 feet.
It should just be in range. As you kind of run up to it. What do you do, Cal?
I don't think Cal has ever fought a giant before. He's excited, but he knows that he's probably not going to be able to take that thing down on his own. So his first thought is to put his hand on Ellie and tell her to stop. Ellie, stop.
And you can see the golem, and she's like, "Why?"
We need more people to kill that thing. If you go after it on your own, you're dead meat. Yes, it'll probably take out bits of the town and people, but we need to kill that thing. That thing's not going to stop. Think before you act.
So, get Vince, guards, lead it out of the town.
That's a possibility.
Onto the fields.
Good idea, actually. Very good idea.
She's gonna look at Gemini. Gemini,
Ellie?
are you in?
Gemini is how far is the Big Toe Tavern from where we are?
I'd say 200 feet.
200 feet. So let's see here. I could do. Probably couldn't do that in time. Well,
but you see, because you can already more or less see it because it's on the main street, and it's you see people running out of it.
Do I see Kate or anybody that I recognize?
Not just yet. No, just villagers.
Okay. Look, I don't think we're going to be able to lead that thing out of here. We'd have to go get Vince, then come all the way back, and by the time we do that, it'll be torn through half the town. I assume McGrundon and the other soldiers are already defending, and I assume Cade and anybody with any type of alchemical or magical ability will have been defending as well. We might as well join the ranks and hope that Vince joins us. That's my suggestion.
Unless something's happened to Vince.
Yeah.
We won't know.
We can't fight two fronts anyway. And
Pick one.
that thing is gonna hurt innocent people.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there's a do
Saying
or
Vince,
die
not
moment.
sentient. Saying Vince isn't innocent.
No. Hell no.
Nobody ever said that.
No.
So, all right. So, what do you lot want to do?
Well, I don't fancy dying, but I do fancy killing that thing.
Right.
How long would it take to get to the caravan, get Vince, and get back? If you ran?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. That's quite a lot of time still.
What if Cal was to do it?
You're pretty fast, right?
Yeah. Let's see. What? Where's my spells? If I was to move 65 feet
Does
turn.
Gemini notice the eye thing or anything?
Oh yeah, it's very clear. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he can move up to say 65 feet on a move.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I would say it would take you less. I'm not good at converting those things, but I would say it would take you about
It's
3
about-
minutes or so.
Yeah, it's about double speed.
Yeah, so 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes.
So yeah, Cal will just turn in and go, Roy, I'll go look for Vince. I'm quicker.
Tell him it's the slime thing.
What?
Right, the slime thing?
Yeah, tell
Wait,
him
what?
it's the what's it called? Cauldron slime thing from the hag
Wait,
on the
this
giant.
is-
Yeah, look at the
Wait.
eye. It's the thing.
I never saw the eye.
Well, it's the thing.
So that's the blob.
That's the blob. It took over the giant.
I look around. Do I see McGrundon anywhere?
Yeah, you see him with the other guards fighting this thing.
McGrundon!
Cal casts Zephyr Strike and goes for Vince.
Okay, you run off.
Mm-hmm.
You call out. There's a reasonable distance your voice needs to cover, and they're in the middle of battle, so you don't see any reaction from McGrundon.
I'll run towards McGrundon.
You run towards this creature?
Towards McGrundon, like so that I can get within shouting distance so he can hear me.
Okay.
Ellie will run closer as well
All right.
because it's
Okay.
at the gate, right?
Yeah. He's pretty much where the gate is. That's
Okay.
where he's standing, and the guards are trying to prevent him from coming in.
Mhm.
And so you move closer, and you call out, and you see McGrundon kind of turn around.
McGrundon, that is infected with the blob that I told you about earlier. There's something important you need to know. Then I'll cast Minor Illusion, and in big pink and purple sparkles, he'll just say, Gemini was right.
Jesus.
Jesus.
In a 5-foot square above Gemini's head, Gemini was right.
Ellie's gonna punch him when she catch up to him. I say
As
you're
you see
dick.
McGrundon just, you see this, he was kind of looking backwards as he was just like, what's going on? But as he sees those sparkling letters, he's just completely out of combat. He's just like, what the hell? And you see this massive club just coming down on him, and he doesn't even jump to the side, and you hear crack.
Is he dead?
The club comes up, and you see McGrundon lying there.
Cast Healing Word.
All right.
And my Healing
How
Word will
far
be
is Healing
Gemini was
Word?
right. Let's find out. Healing Word is 60 feet.
60 feet. You're not close enough yet.
How far away am I, roughly?
I would say 80 or so.
I'll close the distance. I'll go 20 feet.
All right.
And then I'll cast Healing Word and say, Gemini was right. And then
the sparkling letters kind of form into your words and kind of float towards him.
yes.
And you see them kind of trying to get into his ear, but they kind of drip past his face.
The hell? Okay, so
He
it
did.
doesn't work.
Nope.
Okay. then I'll use the rest of my movement to get the fuck out.
He
All
crushed
right.
boy.
At least he died knowing that you were right.
Yeah, that's what matters. Thank you.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. You see, as you kind of rush back, Ellie's just standing there, kind of looking at all of this. You see now that McGrundon is splattered by this club, and roll a history check.
19.
19. You've heard stories about giants. They're beloved creatures to talk about with, in stories and stuff. And seeing this creature, it has, without all the funky veins and eye and stuff, it looks dumb, unintelligent. And you see the club that it's holding. It looks primitive, but apparently recent alterations have been made on it. And it now has spikes and there's things wrapped around it. It looks way more deadly than your standard club.
Blobby has been working.
Blobby.
Yes, Blobby the Blob.
You can't say that Blobby is something different here in the UK.
Oh, really? What?
The stuff of nightmares, to be fair, but
Yeah.
All right.
What does it mean?
I'll share a picture later on.
As you, Gemini, kind of run back, you see while the normal eye is just kind of keeping, is concerned with the soldiers in front of it, you see the blobby eye just look up, or look not down at the soldiers in front of him, but it just looks at you, Ellie, and at you, Gemini.
I wouldn't see that. I wasn't looking at him. I was looking at McGrundon.
No,
That's
but
like a
you're-
60-foot difference. No.
You're running backwards.
How big is the giant?
How big is a giant?
Let's ask ourselves that. How big is a giant?
It's about
Philosophical question.
18 feet tall.
18 feet.
Oh.
Quite big still.
It's like 3 Vinces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They,
Is Vince a unit of measurement now?
It is now.
Yeah,
Yeah, but, they're 2.5 Vinces, yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
How many Vinces is that thing?
How far is the town? No, sorry, in Vinces.
In Vinces, yeah. Oh, it's about 150 Vinces off.
Oh, right.
so about 6 allies at least.
How many Ellie's to a Vince?
1.5 apparently.
Duh.
Or wait, was Vince not Vince, but Gemini, was he like 6 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's about
Yeah.
2 allies to
Yeah, 2 Ellie's to a Vince.
to a or to a Gemini.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are about the same height, are we not? I think.
I think you and I are both 6 foot.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Anyway, Ellie is gonna run forward and go for the fight.
All right. You
But
charge
she is she's gonna try to run forward, and when she gets close enough so she can possibly do something sneaky, she wanna misty step out to the outside of the gate to make it turn around and not face the village. But she needs to move a lot closer for that, cause otherwise it won't be effective.
forward. Okay.
Mhm.
You are aware of the fact that only a few seconds have passed and Cal is still on his way to get Vince, right?
She would if she. hadn't seen McGrundan get smashed, and she's going, "Oh shit, this needs to be dealt with now."
All right.
So I can just imagine that from like the giant's viewpoint, just like he sings, just as we expect, just.
Yeah. So, oh, I hit already?
All right.
Tiny thing gone.
But yeah, so she will move up probably a full distance. She doesn't get in range of the fight then yet.
All right. No. Okay. What do you do, Gemini?
Gemini's gonna fucking facepalm with all the might and just be like, this is exactly why I have to leave. These people don't seem to understand. They don't listen. They're so why do they keep continuously putting themselves? And then he's gonna take out the unicorn horn drugs and snort, and that's gonna be his action. And then how far is he from Ellie?
Ellie just dashed away from you. Did you use your action as well to move?
Yeah. So 50 feet.
Yeah.
So she's 50 feet away right now?
Yep.
He'll move like in a circumference to stay, like if the giant's here, if she's here, he's going to move around to stay away from the giant, but get maybe within 30 feet of her. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? A flanking position. And be as far away from the giant as humanly possible. And after he snorts his drugs, he's going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Ellie. And let me find a song that's okay for this situation. Okay, here we go. Little ballad here.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
No, this is a very short song. Come on, Ellie. Oh, your gnome sorcery is explosive. Even though you're tiny, Fluffle's your pet charm. The barkeep Morgren and your name begins, but it does not end. Dun 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 dun. Come on, Ellie. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Come on, Ellie. Dun 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 dun. That's it.
Nice. That was a D4, right? Extra.
D6.
D6 extra to a roll if needed.
Yep, for the next 10 minutes.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So, Vince.
Yep.
You're outside the tent.
Yep.
What do you do?
Yep.
It's evolution.
Yeah.
Solid.
Scratch his head. Is Nawini anywhere to be seen, or any
Nope.
carnival goer floating about?
Nope.
He'll just chill outside the tent then. And...
All right. After, I'd say, a minute or so, you see Nawini running back in together with some other people. And one of them is, I don't know if you actually met him, but he's an older looking man. And he was the one that did the welcoming speech and stuff. And you've seen him with Lady Rose quite often. And he runs in and he says, all right, pack everything up. We need to go. Where's Claudia?
Vince will sort of point to go. She was badly injured there. I've patched her up as best as I can, but her chest kicked me out.
Get out of this tent.
All right.
As they run in and run out with Claudia.
All right, they'll bimble out.
Mm-hmm. As you walk out of the tent or run out of the tent, you and you see the others also coming out. You hear, and you see the tent collapse into about this size, and you see two men pick it up and throw it into a wagon.
Guys, one of these days, I'm going to come back whenever I don't have a demon chase me, and you're going to show me how that magic works. That's fucking cool.
Your town is under attack.
Yeah, I know. Big demon.
They shake their head, and you see, as you look around now, you see that a lot of the caravan has already been packed, and you see that a lot of stuff is apparently going to be left behind. And you see from outside of on the east side of the town, you see villagers from the town running out, screaming.
I'll turn back to the guys here loading up and be like, whenever you said under attack, by what? Are we talking about the same thing?
You see them hard at work as the older man looks at you. He says, some kind of giant.
Oh, for fuck's sake, can a guy get a break? Where?
As they no longer pay attention to you.
Fuck! And he'll start running towards the direction that people are running away from.
Mm-hmm. All right.
While he's running, he's going to cast Mage Armor. On himself.
Is it what? Is it verbal, somatic?
Yeah. So it'll be a whole.
All right.
Thing.
You start to move around. Wait, no, that's not right. No, damn it. Wait, your fingers should be here. Wait. Wait. How did that spell go again?
Fuck.
Oh, fuck. You had it just a second ago.
Don't suppose I could look at my spell book.
You grab the spell book. You open it. It's empty.
Bitch is gonna die. Cool. Just cool. Go pocket the spellbook again. And just like, fuck. Right. And yeah, keep running. Although he's going to keep an eye out for anyone who might have, say, sword, club, hefty bit of wood.
You see, a lot of people have, especially people from the Purple Caravan, have weapons, swords. Some are carrying shields, others are carrying bow and arrow.
What happened with the staff? What happened with the staff?
I've still got the staff, but
okay, you want something else?
Something a bit more pointy might be useful, given I don't know what the fuck's going on.
And well, yeah, that's what you see.
So mostly the caravan people are armed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably not going to part now. You'll just keep booking it.
All right. Ellie and Gemini. Ellie, you're running towards this giant.
Yes.
And you see it again slamming its club into the ground, hitting multiple soldiers, and pretty much you're pretty horrified to see that any strike by this club means pretty certain deaths for these soldiers.
Oh shit!
And
yeah,
you see, you don't have to be very insightful to see that and to notice that morality is dropping like a brick, especially with McGrunden no longer amidst you
okay,
guys.
so how far away am I?
You are now 30 feet away from the fight.
Okay, so I am gonna charge up my spell, and I'm gonna cast a magic missile on level 3 this
Alright.
time around, and I'll do the motions and do the sound. And basically, I start glowing all golden-y, and then this golden sparks just targets it, and it's gonna go directly for like that blobby eye.
All right. You release this magical energy inside of you, and you see these golden sparks just fly towards this giant. And you don't know if it's something else, but you could have sworn as the moment you release this magic, you hear a growl as these sparks just fly towards this this giant, and you see the eye just closes and it slams into into the eye. Roll for damage.
Okay, so level 3.
Am I close enough to notice anything?
2.
What would you like to notice?
Well, would I hear
Weak
that
spots.
growl?
No.
Okay.
4.
Notice weak spots. That's
5.
the sweet note.
Yeah, I mean, it's got big glowing eyes. It's a fucking video game, Bill, and we know what
Oh
the
yeah,
spot
yeah.
is.
Yeah. Like something straight out of Resident Evil.
It's kind of pulsating. Yeah.
Yeah, like some Zelda shit. Come on.
Yeah.
Got
Guys,
this red marker around it.
you're not gonna believe this.
Probably not, will you?
Off my 5 rolls, I did 7 damage.
Yeah.
I did 1, 3, and 4 once in a row.
Dang
But
it.
it's shiny!
Awesome. I mean, it's damage.
Shiny is damage.
Yeah. I mean, you've definitely annoyed it.
Yeah, I know it. I basically showed reinforcements appeared. I'm gonna run up my 25 feet, use my bonus action, and misty step to the other side of this fucker.
Okay.
And basically go like...
You see
and-
Gemini, you notice Ellie all of a sudden just run, cast his magic missile, and just disappears.
And basically, when I appear on the other side, I'm gonna scream your... Probably in Draconic, because I'm kind of pissed at it.
Mhm.
And insulted and called it big, ugly, giant, slimy creature.
Right. Gemini, you hear a voice as it comes from the side, from an alley, and you hear, well, the voice is familiar to you. You hear Lily call out, Gemini, we're leaving. You gotta come.
I'll catch up afterwards. I have to help with this. They'll die if I'm not here.
You sure?
Oh, no, but it's something that I apparently have to do.
Shit. She,
That
you
doesn't
see her
sound
run
like
off.
Gemini.
I'll catch up afterwards. Don't worry. Do you have any idea where you're going?
East.
East. Well, that should narrow it down by about
Follow the road.
75%. Got it. Okay. I'll see you then. And I'll run towards Ellie. Again, same idea, flanking.
Roll your perception.
Sure. Oh, okay, you can stop rolling. Oh no. That's well, let's see. Perception. That's only a 9.
You have no idea where Ellie went.
Okay. Then I'll just did I hear her in Draconic screaming at this?
No, you're kind of here. The giant and the soldiers are here. Ellie's behind that. You don't know that, but player information. And there's fighting and stuff going on between the two of you. So you didn't hear her
Right.
insulting in Draconic.
I will then there's not much more I can do. I'm guessing I'm 70 feet away from this thing, right? Because I was 60, then I dropped back 10.
Yeah.
And then I just stayed in the perimeter of that.
Yeah.
So I'll get back in 10 feet of it, and I'll use Vicious Mockery and look directly at its nipples while I'm talking so I don't see its eye. And I'll say, how much ugly is there? How are you so big and so ugly? This shouldn't be. And yeah, Vicious Mockery.
How far away from you are you?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay.
So yeah, that's 2d4. So let's see how that goes. And I think there's a Wisdom 14 save off it. Yeah.
Oh. It's really wise.
That's only 2 damage. That's
Looks
real
it.
sad. Yeah.
2 damage?
Yeah, it's only 2.
Okay.
2 ones. So
Oh God!
Oh dear.
did it make
Don't
it save or
join my
no?
bad
No,
rolls.
it didn't make it save.
It's the curse of the eye.
It didn't make it save.
Okay, then yeah, I'll drop back. Let's see here. I went up 10, I'll drop back 20 feet and start kind of going towards trying to like flank it and get around to the other side from where the the soldiers are. Yeah, and that's my turn.
Wait, so you're dropping back, but you're trying to flank it? How do you see that?
It's called moving diagonally. You drop back and go around like so in a crescent shape. And I accidentally opened up Premiere. Didn't mean to do that.
And the
There we go.
computer dies.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, basically move diagonally around, so back and around, like so, but for about 20 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's about all I can do.
All right. Cal, you are running like crazy towards the purple caravan, and you see people running out of the village, and you also see in the distance a very strange phenomenon: somebody running towards the village.
I'm guessing that fence, is it?
Knocking children and kittens out of his
Yeah.
way.
I would like to state that I'm probably not as quick as I said it because I think that only lasts for a minute. So, catching up with Vince anyway. I suppose I'll just run up to Vince and see what if
he's got
coming
going on.
towards. Yeah, what's going on?
How's
What's the
kids?
crack?
Yeah, it'll take a while for you guys to meet, but so Ellie.
Yeah?
You're behind it.
Yeah, I'm gonna move a little bit further away because I don't want to be in club range.
Okay.
So I'll move my 20 feet and cast another magic missile at it at
All
level 3. Hopefully doing more than 7 damage. And I still do it in Draconic and everything, and
Okay.
charges up my power. Glowing all the golden.
Kamehame.
Yeah, Kamehame. 4. That's a good start. 1. 2. Wait, 4, 5, 7.
Okay, already there.
8.
Hey,
You beat it, yeah.
doing it.
8 plus 3. What's 8 plus 3? 11.
11.
11.
11 damage. Boom, baby.
Boom, baby. All right.
Small steps.
Yeah, baby steps. We're doing it.
You see sparks just flying into the backs of this giant, and
Yeah.
you notice no reaction from the giant.
Fuck.
Like raindrops eroding a mountain.
All right.
As the giant again crushes
Yeah.
2 soldiers.
It has
And-
disadvantage on the attack, sir.
You know what? You're right. I'll roll for it.
Schooled.
Still hits.
It got 2 natural 20s. Fuck you.
Still
wait.
hits.
I'm sorry. I forgot like 5 damage each on either roll because my dart deal 1d4 plus 1.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking, but I don't want to say anything because I was wrong.
So
So it
it's
should be like
10
10
more
extra
damage.
damage.
Yeah, 10
Yeah.
extra damage. Take that.
Whoa. You should read your spells
Yeah,
more
sorry.
carefully.
Yeah, I know. I got excited.
All right, I'll add 10 damage this time.
Thank you, benevolent DM.
So, 2 soldiers died, and 2 more soldiers die, and the soldiers decide, fuck this, and they start running.
OD 3000.
And one of them is again killed by the club.
Well,
Gemini.
is it? Yeah. Oh, you cowards!
Vicious
Get out of
mockery on the
little
students.
cat! I'll keep moving around. Same thing, about 60 feet away. Trying to flank it with anything that I see that looks like it could give me some type of advantage. And I'll cast Vicious Mockery again, and I'll just say, like, "Oh, I killed your mother." There we go. And that's 5 damage. It needs to make Wisdom 14. I think that's 5. Let me double check.
Nope, fails to wisdom.
All right. Yep. So that's 5 damage.
All right. It looks at you.
I'm looking at its tits. I ain't looking at its eye.
Its tits look at you. Is it cold in here?
As it charges towards you. And you see with its massive steps, it's coming quite close, but you're thinking like, ooh, it kind of stops as you think it won't be able to reach you, but then you see this massive club just coming towards you, and it has reach.
Rip.
So,
Okay.
what is your armor class?
15.
Not enough.
And it has disadvantage.
Yep. Nope, it still hits.
Hold on.
Furiously flicking through a character sheet. Fuck, I've got something.
It hits with a roll of 20 total.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll allow that to hit this time, I suppose.
Well, I think, yeah.
What's the phrase? TPK?
Could be.
Is that what we're going for?
So, do you do anything fancy or does it hit?
No, it hits.
Okay. That is 22 points of damage.
All right.
That makes the baby Jesus cry. And Gemini too, probably.
Okay.
Ellie, the distance between you and the creature, how far did you get from the back behind it?
Whatever I ran, well, 25 plus whatever my Missy Step did, because I Missy Step before I got to him, and then so it wasn't like at his feet probably. So maybe 25 plus 15.
Okay.
So 40 feet behind it.
40 feet. Okay, so the distance between you and it is now 80 feet.
Okay, yeah. No problem. My turn?
Gemini, you had your turn, right? Yeah, you did Vicious Mockery, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's your turn now.
Okay, Ellie is cursing loudly in Draconic, and moving in 20 feet and casting Ray of Frost.
All right.
Cantrip, I'm gonna do 2d8. And if it... Wait, I need to roll the attack first, right?
Strange attack.
Yeah. Okay. 9.
9. Okay.
Is 9 a hit?
9 total. Oh, that's what you rolled to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's,
I rolled a 2. My dice loves
Yeah.
me today.
yeah.
No, sadly,
that,
it's kind of impressive that you missed such a massive target.
Can I use my bardic inspiration on this shit?
Yeah, sure.
No.
That's what it's there for.
11. Does that make a difference?
You missed it by just a little. It's kind of hard to miss, but you manage.
I roll a fucking 2 on the bardic inspiration. I can't believe this shit. God.
So you cast Ray of Frost, and it kind of hits the end of the club that it's holding. And you would think like, wow, if I wanted to hit that, that would have been quite impressive. But
Yeah.
it just freezes the end of the club, and it doesn't seem to bother him
Does
whatsoever.
the end of the club get slowed?
Yeah, definitely. If it could move at all, it would have definitely been slowed.
Okay.
All right,
Fuck.
Gemini.
Cast invisibility and run.
Okay. You cast invisibility and get the fuck out of there.
Run
Yep.
away.
Mm-hmm. Start heading like towards the purple caravan because I know that's where Cal went.
Roll your stealth. Because I'm assuming you're trying not to be noticed.
Right, and do I get advantage because of the invisibility?
Yeah.
That's right. Filthy 24.
You run off. There's no club swinging towards you as you leave what you think to be its area of influence.
Okay. Cool. Let's see here. I have a bonus action? You know what? I will. Well, no. If I cast anything, I come out of invisibility. I'm good. I'm
All
good.
right. You hurry off. It looks around, turns around, sees you, Ellie,
Hi. Yeah.
and walks further into the town.
Snubbed by a giant.
Yeah.
Too small to bother.
Yep.
Fucking asshole. Okay. Well, if it's Ellie's turn, she's gonna. Why can't I find it now?
Wait, actually, Cal, you would have, you and Gemini, you and Vince will have met.
Right,
Okay, so-
Vince, giant, this way, now, go.
Fuck.
You can already see the giant, by the way. You're like, oh yeah, I can, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
how-
if you
how-
couldn't see it, you know.
Yeah. That giant, bro.
Oh, I thought the other
I was
one.
wondering. See, I
Ah,
thought that was a statue.
Yeah. How far away are we from it?
Quite a distance. How many feet do you walk per turn, Cal?
We'll say 65.
65.
Per
So
turn?
it took.
Oh,
at
right, with your
least-
movement and action, yeah, sorry.
It took you at least 5 turns to get here.
120, 240, 3, 4. 400 feet. Is
400 feet.
that right? 60. Oh, 60.
It's like
65 and 5. Hold on, let's get a
We'll say
calculator.
it's
between
like 325.
yeah. Between 3.
65
and 400
multiplied
feet.
by 5.
325.
325, yeah. Where the fuck did I get 4 from?
All right, 325. Subtract 40 from that, and that's the distance that you're from it now.
Yeah, it's 40. Okay,
So 285.
285. Cool. All right, turn. Book it towards it. Let me know whenever I'm within 120 feet.
I'll do the same thing, and when I'm within 150 feet.
Oh, check
right.
out you in the long range.
Just subtract your movement speed from every turn.
Hold on, let me get the calculator back up again. 325, and it was minus 40. So it was 285. Okay, cool.
Okay, so you now would be booking it in that direction, so you can subtract now, both of you, your movement distance from it.
So that's me 225. Cal, you'd be 220. So you're 5 faster than me.
Ellie, what
Yes.
distance were you from the giant?
I was. What did we say?
You were 80 feet before it moved.
Yeah, and then you moved like
No.
25
moved
feet towards it, right?
Yeah, I was about 60, 40, 55 or 60 feet from it.
All right, but it
Are we in
moved again.
initiative?
So again, the distance has increased by 40 feet.
Yes. Oh, fuck. She's gonna use a bonus action to regain some magic. So she regains a second level spell slot.
Nice.
And she is gonna move her 20 feet, 5 feet up towards it. And well, she won't be 60 feet within 60 feet then, I guess. What did we say she was? She was. How far away did you say she was?
She was 55, then another 40, so she was 95 feet away.
95. No, that doesn't reach it. But she will be in reach to firebolt it. So she's gonna toss a bolt of fire in his ass.
Uh-huh.
Aiming specifically for the anus.
Yes.
Mhm. Also known as the Taco Bell. Yeah.
I always called it the flaggage pan.
Don't
Red
know.
dot.
Oh, the flag is
Oh,
pan.
wait.
Got it.
I need to do this first. Fuck.
All done.
Okay, how about a 21 for attack roll?
Yeah, that would. Yeah.
That works?
Yeah.
8 plus 1. 9 fire damage.
9 fire damage.
Yes, and there's nothing extra on that. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would assume that's your turn, Gemini.
Let me think.
You moved about half your speed because you were stealthing away from it, but then it moved 40 feet away from you. So
Got it. So that would put me at 55 feet away.
at least, yeah, because the range was already kind of 10 feet between you guys because it had reach. But yeah.
I think it's better to regroup. So I'm just gonna scream at Ellie, regroup, and then I'll keep running towards Cal and Vince to try and meet them halfway.
All right. That's your turn.
Yes, that'll get me 60 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, towards them.
There you go. Cal and Vince, you guys will be able to move closer again.
How many turns did you say, Grant?
That is me down to 165. However, you are now 10 ahead of me, so you're now at 150.
So I'm at 150, am I?
You're at 150, but that's with full movement, so you don't have an action left.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
right. So
using
next
that.
turn, right?
But your next turn, you're yeah.
Yeah, and it's actually moving 40 feet in your direction.
What's moved 40 feet in our direction?
Yeah.
So that's minus 40. We are now 125.
So you might even not have to use your action to move.
Yeah, I think you can. I still need my action. That's fine. Cal, you can actually be in range at 150 with just using your movement.
So we have an action then?
Yep. Yeah. That puts you just at 150-ish.
150-ish.
Yes.
Right. Might as well just pile some arrows into it then.
Yeah, fuck them up.
Out comes the longbow, and yeah, I'll pop off 2 shots at him.
Go ahead.
So let's see, first one. We're within the minimal range, so it's just straight roll. That's not a good roll. That's a 9 for the first one.
Nope.
Damn. All right, let's see the second roll. 13.
13 actually hits it exactly.
Wow.
Right. These
Spirit
are
of
lower
Baron
rolls.
lives on.
Yep, doesn't it? Right, so that's
Maybe it wasn't the character.
it's 1d8 plus 4, which is
Ooh.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus colossal damage, or colossal slayer, because it's already below its maximum hit points, which is 6. 18 damage?
18 damage with 1 arrow.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a fucking shotgun, that.
It's it's that colossal slayer perk, so it is. That works pretty well.
Oh shit, that was good.
All right. You hear a yell from the giant.
I suffer for my art.
I understand.
Ellie, you're falling behind.
Yeah, I know. I'm
In
failing
life,
moss.
or okay.
No, with moss as
Damn.
well.
Harsh.
There we go. Yeah. If my math is correct, I should be 85 feet away from it.
Could be, yeah.
If math is correct. So
But
she's gonna.
Did you add that it moved another 40 feet in its
Yeah,
turn?
that's what I added.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm 110 feet away because I already calculated my next movement. But 110 is still within range of a tiny little fireball.
There you go.
So she's gonna fire a fireball because he probably doesn't care anyway. That's basically what she's thinking.
We're gonna irritate this fucking thing to death.
And if he does care, he's very far away, so it will take a while for him to reach her.
There you go.
What's up with my fucking rolls? 11.
You miss.
It doesn't even hit him.
Oh. Do you do anything?
Weep.
I just got brought a new dice because my dice are always bad. It's just the wrong type of dice.
Yeah. You're getting the wrong kind of weighted dice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, cute. Yeah, I guess she moves. She moves. Where the fuck does she move? Closer? 25 feet? Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Good. Gemini?
Can I see the boys yet?
Yeah, I would think you could see them.
How close
We
to them
can't see
am I?
you.
You hear an arrow go over your head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
The noise that I made earlier. Just that going over here.
Let's see. Oh man, all these distances. How far are you away from the giant now, Cal?
150. Grunts it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 150. I'm 125 because I kept running.
Okay, and Gemini, you were moving 60 the last turn, right?
And I was already 80 away.
Yeah.
I would have thought you'd be parallel with Cal by now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're pretty
near
close to
enough.
Cal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you would have already went past me, or we would have passed each other, I think, at that point.
All right, I'll pretty much stop when I reach you guys, like right in between, and be like, "You probably already know. You can't see me. That's fine. Giant over there. Alley fighting. Cal inspiration." And I'll give him bardic inspiration.
There you go.
Nice.
My black.
And
We slowly just see Gemini fade out of existence, or back into existence, singing.
exactly. That is his way. And this is to, I'm just going to start telling you all the tune. This is to the tune of Gives You Hell from All American Rejects. So yeah, starts off talking about the blob since we're fighting it. You got your skills from Vince Blob, but you didn't count on the bard, and I bet you thought it'd get you far. You're so unprepared, Blob. You should be scared of the new kid. Do you even know who he is? He is. Now, truth be told, I fear you. And truth be told, I'm lying. You came in this place and you fucked with Cal. Yeah, you fucked with Cal. You got in our face and you fucked with Cal. Yeah, you fucked with Cal. We have a man who killed a bear and he wears it well. Yes, you're a fool because you fucked with Cal. Yes, you fucked with Cal.
Nice.
Very good.
Oh my god, amazing.
All right. And then for my action, turn around and run with them. So I'll probably get just a bit ahead of Vince at that point, roughly, and try to just judge distance, make sure that we're far enough away. And that's it.
All right.
What's the dice for Bardic Inspiration again?
D6.
D6.
Don't die.
Not up to me at this point. All right.
All right. You see this giant kind of looking at you, Cal, and he looks angry, and he just moves to the side and grabs the roof of a house and just throws it at you.
Well, this is gonna hurt.
It's like a cartoon with just like the shadow. Just get an umbrella out.
And it rolled a natural 1.
Yes.
Okay.
So you see it just
It
like
hits the succubus.
roll, throw the roof, and the roof, he actually already lets go before he throws, and the roof just slams on his head. Let's see. It's probably gonna do itself the most damage ever.
It dies. And
Dies.
Guess what? We don't mind.
Ever seen Monty Python? You lucky bastard.
Nice.
It does itself 34 points of damage.
Jesus.
Good thing that didn't hit you.
Oh my goodness. It looks angry. And it rushes forward another 40 feet. So it tries to get closer to you, Cal.
So you're presenting it.
All right. I would say you go first, Cal.
Cal first.
Yeah, or Vince. It doesn't really matter.
Are we technically inside or outside initiative, or are you just counting as sort of halfway?
I kind of arranged initiative to you guys as you've taken action. So at this point, it's kind of Ellie, Gemini, Giant, and then one of you guys or both of you guys.
Right.
Roll you for it.
Okay. All right. It's definitely beeline for me. Obviously, it tried to throw that thing at me. So it's whoever is targeting it. And how far did you say it moved?
40 feet.
40 feet. So it's down to 110 for me.
110. Yeah.
It moves 40 feet. And I don't know that. I will take another 2 shots at it from where I'm standing. No, I'll move forward 35 feet and then I'll take 2 shots. So I'm within 90, 80, 70, 75 feet.
Okay.
And I'll take another 2 shots with my bow. That's a dirty 20.
Hits.
All right, we'll go. 6 plus 4, which is 10, and then I'll hit it with Colossal. 15 points of damage.
All right.
Second shot is 12. That misses, doesn't it?
That misses, yeah.
That's my turn.
Did
All
you
right.
use the? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you use your bardic inspiration? I wasn't. I was.
Oh, I didn't. Not for the second one, but
Okay. Well, you
it's
don't
about
have
late
to, I'll
now.
just-
Yeah.
All right, Vince.
Vince is going to move forward. He's 85. So 25 feet ish So he's within 60 feet of the thing, provided he's not directly in front of it.
Wait,
He's going
60 feet of the thing?
Yeah, because I was 85 with it moving forward.
Okay.
So move forward within 60 feet. And given I have no fucking spells, I'm going to hit it with the hardest hitting thing I've got. Yeah, he's going to be like, fuck you, giant, and cast Toll of the Dead, which is, I think we changed this. It's meant to be like the sound of bells, but I think we changed this as the sound of people screaming in fire, because it's in fire is what it hears, and it's a Wisdom 14 saving throw.
It actually makes it saving throw.
Jeez, well, it takes half of 21 damage.
So 11.
10. Well, do you round it up or down?
I think. Fuck. You round down.
Yeah,
right?
I rounded
10.
down, right?
Down
So
to
10.
10.
Down. Yeah, I'm
10.
stupid. Yeah. No.
It takes 10.
No, math is just hard.
Yeah. It's real hard to cut 20 in half.
Yeah.
21 in half, actually, it's really hard.
That's true. That's
Wait,
true.
does Toll the Dead does it actually take half damage? I thought that because it's a cantrip, doesn't it take no damage?
Yeah, that's how Vicious Mockery works. I don't know about Toll the Dead.
Depends on the spell.
I'm pretty sure it was half
You need to
damage. Hold on, let me
be-
check.
You need to be on the ball, brains. If this
I
is...
will double check. Pretty sure. Missing any. Oh, I tell a lie. It takes fuck all.
There you go.
There you go.
Boo.
Liar.
Shit.
Trying to
Yes.
fucking
Yes.
cheat.
Boo. I know. What is it? Oh, yeah, tell it now. So it takes fuck all.
British people.
I know. I know.
Jeez.
Can't get the
trust
stuff
us
these
Northern
days.
Irish.
I know.
So it takes no damage whatsoever.
Boo.
And just as a punishment, you take the damage.
Dear.
Bye.
21 points. That's me down.
So, yeah, Ellie, it's your turn.
Yeah, I will move 20 feet up. 25 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
Because that feels like a better range. And I am... yeah, I'm tossing another firebolt at it. Or attempting to. Now it's just, my dice is just taking the piss out of me. If I don't hit when I roll a 4, I'm not going to hit when I roll a 3. So...
Nope.
Yeah.
Because that's like 10!
You see like this bead of fire just coming past its head.
All right.
You're having a hard time
Yeah, I'm getting pretty angry.
estimating the distance. Like, yeah, because it's so big, but the distance is so big as well. It's like, yeah, man.
He's dodging it on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, batter up, and he just he hits it back at you.
Oh god.
Gemini, your turn. Or do you? Well, you moved. Do you do anything for a bonus action or?
Might as well move another. No, that's an
You can
action.
move for
No,
bonus actions.
I just realized. No, I'm good.
No? All right. There you go. Gemini.
How far away is it?
It kind of depends where you are. Cal, what's the distance between you and it?
75 feet.
Oh, so Vince is actually in front of you?
Vince, did you move up?
Yeah, because he said his distance was 60 feet.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was 85. You had sort of like overtook me to about like, was it 75 or something to it, or no?
Mhm.
I can't remember. I was ahead of you because you stopped to shoot it at 150 feet.
Yeah.
For that turn, and then I made up the distance. Or well,
Okay.
I kept going.
So you're somewhere in between there, Gemini. Kind of depends on where you located yourself.
Well, what's the range on Bardic Inspiration?
Well, you were beside us at that point. Well, I suppose you wouldn't have actually moved. We've moved.
It means he would have been closer to me if he was inspiring me.
Yeah.
Okay. So
What is the range of Bardic Inspiration?
60 feet.
Okay.
Let me make double sure. Yeah, 60. Okay. Shit. Well,
I was at 110 when you done that, so.
I don't know what to do. I am going to. So, how far away am I from it right now? Did we work out that math? I was looking at my spells.
Let's say.
You'd probably be about 70, 80 feet ish. How far away are you, Cal?
I was 110 when he done Bardic Inspiration, so if you knock 60 off that, he's about 50 feet. If he was doing it at maximum distance.
Yeah, but he'd ran past me, so I would have placed him in between me and you. Sort of like in between us.
Right, so
I don't know, that would have been me. I don't know. I
where
don't
were
know
you
what
last
point
turn then?
Me, I was, before my turn, I was 85 feet.
Right, so we'll say 90.
Okay, so 90 feet away from it.
I'm 90 feet away. This could be stupid. Bonus action, healing word myself.
All right.
And my healing word is going to be Gemini was right. And I'm going to get 4 hit points. Fucking awesome. I don't think this die can go to hell. Let's see here. And then I'll move my 30 feet, so I'm within 60. And I will cast Dissonant Whispers at level 1. It makes a Wisdom 14 saving throw.
Nope, doesn't make it.
Okay, so it takes, come on, 18 somehow. Okay, 7, 8. It takes 8 damage. That's fine. And it has to use its movement speed to run as far away as possible. And what I'm going to whisper is the sound of I'm going to try to emulate the hag's voice and say, "You have to run. They'll kill you. They killed me." And try to make it run away. It has to run away, but yeah, that's narratively
how much
that's
damage did it take?
8.
8. Okay.
I thought you were going to do, the sound of silence.
The sound of silence?
Yeah.
Is that like the brown note? What's that?
Oh, it's a Disturbed song.
A song. Well, it's actually Simon and Art Garfunkel song.
Oh, yeah, well, he
Disturbed did
Nice.
Disturbed did a cover of it.
So yeah, it's got to use its full movement speed as a reaction right now to run as far away from us as possible.
All right. So it runs 40 feet back.
Towards me?
Okay.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep. And that will be my turn.
Okay. Then it's its turn. It looks and it grabs another rooftop and just hurls it at the cluster of you guys, more or less together.
I'm technically 30 feet away from Vince, and Vince is technically how far away from Kel?
There isn't that much in it now since we all moved it, I didn't think.
I'm 75, you're what, 85 or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or are you in front of me again?
Yeah. I think I'm a bit in front of you, but I don't think there's much in it. I think there's at this point 20 feet.
A building spread would be big enough.
I think a roof might cover it, yeah.
All right, fair enough.
We'll see how the rolls go. If it kills all of us, then we can argue how far apart we're.
It aims for the person in front, so Vince, that will be
fucking great. I mean, so there's 50 feet between us, and I was in a building underground.
And it rolled a 14. Does it hit?
Of course it hits. I'm wearing fucking cloth.
You might have been very dexterous.
I am. That's why it's 13 and not 10.
Ooh, you take 27 points of damage.
Down. How far below is death?
If you would have to
Double.
take twice your maximum, so
Twice. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay.
So you're unconscious.
That's fine. Well, I mean, I say fine. That's... there we go.
You just see this roof just. What the? It just.
It's okay. Sorry, just as it's coming down, Vince is like, "It's okay," and he goes to cast shield, but obviously no fucking spell. But he's like,
"Yep."
Dear.
All right. Cal.
Well, Vince is in front of me. And
Yep.
I see him just get squishied.
Yeah,
Am
he's now
I like buried underneath this
Yeah,
thing?
you're covered in rubble.
Okay, cool.
Right. Can I even see a bit of his body like
Yeah,
sticking
you
out?
can see a bit because it's shattered and stuff.
The body or something.
Well, also, but the roof, I would assume.
Yeah. Right. Cal doesn't know much about anybody, so Cal's gonna sort of like sheath his bow and run towards Vince. Let me see, where is it? And he's going to cast Cure Wounds at level 2.
All right.
So that's 2d8 plus 2. 12. That's 13 points of heals.
Nice.
Yeah.
You were what, 10 feet away from me, were you?
Ish, yeah.
Right, he's going to hop up over the rubble and actually beeline for the giant, which would be another 25 feet.
No, would it not be further because it booked at 40 because of the
Yeah,
distant
it was
whispers.
moving 40 back.
Right, so it moved.
How fuck can I just roll
What is it with
things?
these numbers? Right, so I was.
We'll open up roll 20. We'll just bung each other into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 125, then minus 35. So it'll be 100 and. Or no, it's like 95. So I'm at 95 feet.
Sounds about right.
All right. Vince, you saw your light go out, and all of a sudden you feel.
Not this shit again.
What do you do? You're lying on the ground.
I go get himself back up. Is it movement? Just isn't that half your movement to get back up?
Yeah.
He's going to get back up, and he's just going to huck a firebolt at the giant.
You.
It's like, two can play that game.
Don't worry about the action get up scene, you know.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Uh,
It's lovely.
Mm.
Wait. No, the
That
way
one's
you're holding
cocked.
it, you move to dice.
What ways do we do naturals again?
You double the damage.
You double the damage.
Yeah, but
So-
you double the dice damage.
Just
not
the
Double,
dice, isn't it?
modifier.
so
Yeah,
double
but
double the dice. So it's
with spells, it's usually just dice.
4d10 then. That's 1d10. Where's my other d10? There's another d10.
40
There.
and double.
Do you know what? That's not too bad. 19, 19, 20, 24, 24, 29.
29 points of damage.
29 points of damage.
That's more than your
Holy
health,
crap.
right?
That is actually more than my maximum health. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, two can play at this game.
You shoot your
done.
firebolt towards it, and it hurls towards the giant, and it just slams into the eye where the ooze was sitting. And because it was already damaged by the magic missiles, your firebolt actually burns through the eyelid and comes out the other side of the head.
Get tracked.
And
Nice.
you see the giant tilt, collapse.
I don't know about you, but I think it's dead.
Yeah,
I
so
think-
you go up and check it. I'll hang here.
Will
And
do.
then sort of like hold his broken body, sort of like lean against the road. Like, oh,
Seeing as somebody has, some people have appointments 9 minutes from now,
yes.
we'll call it quits here,
God
and
damn it.
we'll pick it up next week.
Fuck's sake, what if it's not dead?
Cal's gonna poke it with the sword next week.
Next week.
Next week. Yeah.
Alright.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Okay. Finally we're back to playing. That's great. And there will be a next week this time.
Oh, by the way, I can't make it next week. No,
Replacing you.
Oh,
do you know what? I've said that, and now I'm terrified that I actually have something on. I don't think I do. I'm just terrified of the thought.
Yeah. Anyway, the rest of us will see you next week.
Yeah.
All the fun people will see you.
Yeah,
next week.
exactly. All the useful
Yes.
people. That isn't
It's okay. I
Crash
check
Pad
my
houses.
calendar. It's all good.
So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in if you tuned in. If you like our videos, give us a like. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.